Welcome to Berlin, the capital of Germany, but not exactly our top pick for Christmas market vibes. That'll be down in Bavaria. That being said though, I think we have found something truly special and what might be the best Christmas market across all of Germany. Let me show you how to get there. Now, the markets that you're going to find around the city itself are fine. I think they're quite good. They're actually a little bit better than I thought they were going to be, but they're not the topic of this video because I wouldn't travel all the way from Munich to Berlin just for them. We've got something far better in store. But to get there, we're going to need to go to the train station. So we're going to be leaving as quickly as we arrived via the Alexanderplatz train station. Quite beautiful. And we're going to be going all the way to Lübbenau. It should take about an hour. And just so you know what you're getting yourself into today, there's a nature preserve down there with over 250 kilometers of preserved canals and a hidden Christmas market tucked amidst the forest. It's going to be insane. And it is kind of a shame in a way. I really would like to spend more time in Berlin, but this isn't my full-time job. I have to come up here on the weekend. I've got one night, 2 half days really, to get as much done as I can. If you want to change that, you could always consider subscribing and sharing the channel with your friends. But instead, I need to be tactical. We need to go to Spreewald. And just like that, as if by magic, train magic, we have been whisked away from the chaos of Berlin to find ourselves now in the picturesque and quiet town of Lübbenau. This is where the real adventure begins. And if I may, this was a really good train ride. I know you're not here for Ben's train reviews, but it was absolutely fantastic. Embarking from Alexanderplatz was so convenient, not having to go to the main Hauptbahnhof, and the scenery itself was so varied, so industrial as we left the city. It was just really cool. An amazing train ride to be had. Thank you very much, Deutsche Bahn. Also, before we leave the train station, and I promise, we will get to the Christmas market, we'll get to the canals, but look at this bad boy. That is an absolutely stunning tram. You know, you never know what you're gonna see when you come to a train station. That is beautiful. All right, enough gawking. Let's get into Lübbenau. Pro tip really quick though, before we leave the station, because I don't know who would make this mistake, surely not slow travel experts who have already been here before, but Lübben, parentheses, Spreewald, Lübbenau, parentheses, Spreewald are different stations 7 minutes apart. Do not get off at the wrong station unless you want a little impromptu 30-minute pause on your adventure. That being said, we are now finally in Lübbenau for real, and it's time to hoof it to the Hafen, the harbour. We've got a boat to catch, and we're classically late. The walk itself from the train station to the harbour takes about 20 minutes, and 17 minutes of those are quite boring. But once you finally get to the Altstadt itself, man, Lübbenau is so beautiful. And it's so different than what I'm used to in Bavaria. Even the half timber just looks a bit different. Everything about it, the vibe. It's just nice being somewhere that feels so familiar, yet so different. Which I guess is how I feel about Berlin and East Germany in general. In particular, I would highly recommend, even though we don't have time for it today, that you drop by Café Zeitlust. It's from 1713. It is so charming on the inside, and they even have a DVD of historical footage of Lübbenau playing on the TV in the background. You can buy it for 15 euros if you still have a DVD player, which I do not, but just, man, that place has amazing vibes. We don't have time to stop today, but I had to tell you about it. And something that I think can go really easily overlooked when we're talking about the differences in architecture, especially between the Germany that I'm used to and where we are now, is that East Germany in particular, because it's a bit more industrial in a way, has so many awesome brick buildings. I never see that back home, and I love them. In fact, they remind me of my real home back in Britain. Turns out there was an easier way to the harbour. A fun little tractor train. You know how I feel about these things. Look like a train, work like a car, mid. But I actually think that looks like a lot of fun. Good walk, stretch your legs, nothing wrong with that. But if you're not in the mood for the walk, take the little Christmas tractor.
And this was one of the first videos we made when we moved to Germany, Spreewald.
Swimming with penguins.
It was so much fun. And I think the first naked sauna we also went to.
It was a weird day. A lot of firsts.
Welcome to the Lübbenau Christmas Market. This is super nostalgic because we were here 5 years ago, and it's just so cool to see it all dressed up for Christmas. Very different.
And now, as amazing as all of that is, we did not travel all this way just for Lübbenau and its harbour. We came here for the boats, and more specifically, what they give us access to. You see, if you're not familiar with one of our oldest videos ever on this channel, the Spreewald is a nature preserve with over 250 kilometers of navigable canals. It is absolutely astounding. A location with a culture all its own that needs to be explored by boat to be seen. Even the postal workers have to use boats because there are barely any roads. This is a truly unique area, and I can't imagine a better place to come to experience German Christmas markets. If you want to see something different, what more do you want? So the gems that you can find here are truly innumerable, and I don't have time to list them all, but what of course we do know is that if I take this boat, we're going to be able to go and see one of the best Christmas markets in all of Germany. I cannot wait. I think the line for the boat is ready for a lot more passengers than we have today, which is lucky for us. Means it's not so busy. But man, I feel like cattle being moved around through here.
That was so annoying.
I'm glad it's empty though.
We have some sort of hot drink on the boat. I didn't know about that, and I'm pretty excited.
Classically, I will now try to embark on this one-handed. Tell you what though, I am so excited to finally be on this boat. We have been wanting to do this Christmas market since before we even lived in Germany, and since the very first time we came here. It's literally a dream come true. Do they have Glühwein? Do you want one?
You guys can share. We're sharing one.
Brilliant. But yeah, we'd love one.
Oh, it's so good.
Each cup will cost you about €3. Give it to the ferryman on your way out. And the last little bit of boring logistical information before we enjoy this cruise is that the tickets are not for a specific boat, but they're for a time range, usually morning and an evening session. And I think a sunset ride is the best way to go. I'm so happy to be out here.
It's so cool. They have signs here, but they're not street signs, they're canal signs. We just have a casual cafe on the side of the canal.
As you do. It looks really cool.
So cute.
This whole ride is so pretty.
Hello. It's very peaceful. There really are a lot of boats here.
It's surprisingly busy.
I don't think we're gonna see any nutria.
Not like last time.
My second favorite thing after the nutria we saw last time is all of the houses and villages you get to row through.
It is wild to just be going through a village right now.
It's so cute. Oh, there it is. I think we're almost there. Oh, I'm so excited.
It is wild to finally be back in well, I'll call it the hustle and bustle of Lehde, the main town that you can get to out here in the Spreewald. And I am just getting flashbacks to the stress I felt when we were trying to park up our kayak last time.
I forgot
so
about
hard.
that.
But these guys know what they're doing, and I'm not in charge, so I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the disembarkation. Danke.
Gerne.
Ah, incredible to be back in Lehde after all of these years for such a special event. Let's get into the market. Let's talk about the history of the area. And now, finally, at last, we arrive to the main event in perhaps the most near from home possible way, because this is everything I love about the channel, because what you see behind us is the Lehde Freiland Museum, a living history museum to Sorbian culture. So I hope you've got your near from home bingo cards ready, because now we have it all. A small, local, specific museum about a culture you probably didn't know about 5 minutes ago in a nature preserve. Oh, this is everything, isn't it? And a Christmas market, yeah. That's why we're here as well. This market is absolutely phenomenal, but in equal measures, overwhelming. Luckily, there are maps everywhere because this living history museum is huge. I mean, there's so many streets and jitties to explore, and each bit, it's a little, you know, Christmas magic going on. You have to explore everything. You need a map to figure it out. As we begin to explore this market, the natural question occurs, well, who is the Living History Museum for? Whose history are we representing? And that is of the Sorbian people. They are the smallest Slavic ethnic group in the world, and a culture that can go pretty under the radar and quite forgotten about here in Germany. But the Sorbs are exactly who we need to be thanking for that amazing boat ride we took earlier. They're the people that crafted those 250 plus kilometers of navigable canalways that are just so impressive. It's truly a unique culture here that you don't see anywhere else, that could only exist and grow alongside the land, exemplified by the remarkable infrastructure they constructed into it. And it's a real privilege to be steeping within it. In particular, everything around us captures what life would have been like within the 19th century, and it's just remarkable. So of all the amazing things we've seen, easily my favorite is the dovecote. Oh, I love a good pigeon. I think we were completely on the money about arriving for sunset. I'm sure it's nice in the morning, but I tell you what, as the sun goes down and the lights come on, this market is just getting even more beautiful by the minute. You gonna do it?
Ja. Da? Oh, ich will die
Where you
Kinder
come from?
aus den USA.
Okay.
Aber wir
No
wohnen in
problem.
München.
Go, Camille, go.
Ja!
Another one and more stronger and angry. Wow.
I don't think I can do more stronger.
Oh no, they're just putting you to work now.
I think I help you.
Okay, you will help me. Yeah?
So Camille is being very brave.
Braveheart?
Yes! But of course, as lovely as the market is and how all the stalls are pretty incredible, don't forget, because this is a living history museum, all of the buildings are open for your entrance, often with more crafts and plenty of cool exhibits for you to explore.
This museum is about the Sorbian people.
Yeah.
We are the Aborigines in this First Nation in this area.
Right.
Sorb. That's a
Oh, really?
National custom. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. What is the Sorbian people? We are Slavonics. We are coming here in the 5th century,
Yeah.
or maybe in the 6th. Nobody know. And one tribe and another tribe and so on. And we was the first. And in the 12th century are coming the Germans,
Mm-hmm.
and we are now the minority, like the
Right.
Welsh people in Wales. We are 60,000 people.
Oh, wow.
And 50% of us are speaking our language.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Ja. Also jetzt ein Weihnachtslied in sorbischer Sprache aus dem 16. Jahrhundert. Naro živoja se žišetko, v mistku Betlehem, Betlehem, to spěvá celý Jeruzalém. Halleluja, halleluja, paster je svojej chudobě, sujoga uznali, uznali, Bożek syna we niom widzieli. Halleluja, halleluja.
And that is why you just cannot be a proper living history museum. To meet someone who is Sorbian, wearing so proudly their national dress, speaking their language, singing their songs and telling you about their culture. I mean, okay, the Christmas market was really just an excuse for me to show you this museum. I mean, let's be honest.
Gonna pet that dog.
Who's baking this bread? Sauron? It's telling me that this is evil bread. Danke dir. And because we're filming this video on November 30th, trying to get a Christmas market video out as quickly as we can, this is the very first Christmas market treat I will have had all year. And I think we went with a pretty good one. I love twisted chips.
I like that it was only $3.50.
Oh yeah, the prices are way better up north than down in Bayonne, that's for sure. I just love these, they're so silly. They're just so good. It's my favorite Christmas market food.
Can I have some?
Oh yeah, sorry. Here, you should try them too. I wish you wouldn't, but you probably should.
Yep, it tastes like potato chips. They're very good.
They're so good.
Nice and oily. Mwah. They are so good. This is so magical at night. It's really pretty.
And now then, with the sun far from having set, the cold really creeping in, I believe we have done everything we can out here in Spreewald. The Christmas market, the museum. It's time to go home to Berlin. I hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. This has got to be one of the best markets we've ever been to. Though there are a few more. If you've liked this one, then I would highly recommend you check out a video in Ravenna or Christmas Market Island. Those are comparable. If you're looking for something unique, something fascinating, different than what you're getting everywhere else, here is the best place to do it. Ravenna and the Fraueninsel are the next best places. So if you haven't seen those videos, I'd highly recommend you go watch them after this. But for now then, guys, it's time to go home. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, wherever that might be.